Hey viewers, welcome to another game as Casual Pro Gamer. Today, as you can see in the bottom right here, we are doing an Ocelote game, and he is playing Kassadin. So he obviously had first pick. Yeah, you can't really see the picture there, but it is definitely Kassadin. And yeah, he had first pick, and he immediately got that, and apparently very happy, pretty confident that he wouldn't get countered by anything. And of course, starting off with boots and potions, I do not say that just for the fun of it. It is very important for you to learn that boots and potions is really the only way to go on virtually any champion. Of course, junglers and supports can choose whatever the hell they want because, well, they're junglers and supports. They don't really compete in the laning phase, and the laning phase, yeah, in the laning phase you need that sustain, and sustain is the ability to well, to just stay in the lane, to keep high health, high mana in case you need a lot of mana. That's sustain. And in the early game, especially the health is really important, so you don't really need anything else. So, in case you're wondering, this is off a stream. You could see that because we had two mouse cursors just a moment ago, and plus he has that little bit, well, that what's it called, webcam up. So anyhow, yeah, Kassadin versus Gragas. That should be a pretty fair fight. Both of them have ranged skills, but both of them are melee champions. Um, yeah, Gragas will be able to farm the bottom, no, not the bottom, the back minions pretty quickly. Because once he gets a little bit of AP, he can pretty much one-shot them. And if he gets a little more AP, I believe that's AP. I'm not actually sure. If he gets a little higher level, at least he can do both the front and back with two skills. With the come on, I know what it's called. No, I don't know what it's called. Um, the body slam. That's what it's called. He will body slam the first minions and so the front minions and use the barrel on both the front minions and the back minions. So all in all, that should be very easy for him. Of course, we have Kassadin here, and Kassadin should be able to do pretty well as well. And yeah, trading some damage there, but well, not a whole lot of damage taken by Ocelote. Gragas took a lot more damage, and of course that is what trading is all about winning that that matchup. And you can see Gragas already used one of his health potions and is still lower health than our Kassadin here, who hasn't used the health potion yet. So if he can keep that up, if he can keep doing that damage, that harass, he should be able to dominate this lane. And of course, it is going to be a little more difficult than it has been right now, because once Gragas reaches well, like level 3, he has more damage on that burst. First blood goes to Cho'Gath here, who got counter jungled, and of course that counter jungle, yeah, it really sucks to have someone counter jungle you, but every now and then you can or you find them and you can just turn it around on them and get that first kill. Because mostly counter jungling is an early game situation. You can of course continue counter jungling into the later game, but it's not as effective. I mean, in mid game it's still reasonably effective, but in the late game it's definitely no longer effective. Only stealing the buffs is effective, but that is a whole different matter. I mean, obviously stealing the buffs is always useful. It would have been excellent if Kassadin picked up this skill, by the way, because that would have meant double buff on him, and that would make that he completely could dominate his lane. Yeah, by the way, this Drunken Rage, so the Gragas skill there, it adds more of everything, and so more magic resist, more armor, and more mana, and that is really what he wants to have yeah, it's a free skill, so you don't it doesn't cost mana, and you get mana back from your innate ability. So yeah, all in all, that's just a very good thing for him to have. And once he has that, it becomes more and more difficult for our Kassadin here to harass him. And that, of course, sucks balls, because we want to see him be very aggressive and get those kills early game. Because we don't want a 20-minute laning phase. That's also why I don't like this game anymore. Well, two reasons basically. First of all, the 20-minute laning phase is starting to piss me off every time I play, because most of the times you will have lost by the time that's done. But all you will do, because I mostly play bottom lane, but all you will do is just farm and not die, and also not grab kills most of the time, because you need a gank in the bottom lane to actually get a kill against decent players. But then my mid lane and top lane and jungler will have fed so much that yeah, the game is already over, and all I did then was either farm minions or protect my carry and harass a little bit as a support, that is. But yeah, that's just not interesting to me. It becomes very boring very quickly. It also becomes very repetitive, and yeah, that's why I'm now playing 3v3s. I played some 3v3s yesterday, and a game of Dominion. Dominion is really a sucky map and a sucky game type. But hey, it only costs like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, for the rest, if you play in the high ELO, of course you don't have that that 20 minute laning phase normally, because people will be more aggressive and they will actually get more kills. So yeah, by the way, this game is already probably over. 3-0 for this team. So for the blue team, something will have to happen really quickly for the red team to come back from this. For the simple reason that, for example, this Kassadin now has one more assist than his counterpart, so than his opponent basically. And yes, the blue buff is up on both sides, so we will see them take those. I think Gragas already has his. And come on, pick it up. Yep, he does pick it up. Yeah, I don't know what I was discussing, but it doesn't matter. I will remember at some point, I guess. It's kind of annoying that we can't see what he's buying, but I guess we can see it in the bottom left. 2 gold items, still boots level 1 and 1 ward. Yeah, oh yeah, I was discussing the higher ELO, why they don't have a 20-minute laning phase. That's what I was doing. So yeah, in the higher ELO, the jungler will be a little more effective. Also, you kind of have people play a little more defensive, so they won't die as much. Yeah, and as I said, this lane now has one more assist, which is about, because it was first blood, I believe. It's about 200 gold, a little over that, 250 or something like that. And with the 250 extra gold, he will be 1 item ahead, and he will be dominating this lane. That's the case in top lane and mid lane. Of course, junglers don't really care if they're ahead or behind, and the bottom lane doesn't really care, because they have this the support, well, supporting them, and because they have the support fighting with them, it's always a 2 versus 1 if you want it. Yeah, and that means that you can still get a kill even if you're behind, because you're, well, unless you're that far behind that you can't kill someone even in a 2 versus 1. And a very nice rift walk there, right in the middle of this guy's face. And is he going to rift walk out? Yes, he is going to get the kill and make it out. Very nicely done. A little bit unlucky that the jungler was there, but he does make it out, no problem. It is 5-0, and those little bits of advantage in in the lanes, they make for a huge advantage in the end game. He gets a third gold item, and that is really, really aggressive because, well, you don't get anything out of gold items except for gold. So the stats are pretty horrible for the amount of gold you invest in them, and yeah, therefore it is pretty risky to do these kind of things. But then again, yeah, this is high ELO. He knows he's ahead. He's ahead by 1 kill and 1 assist, and yeah, that amount of gold, well, kind of makes up for the fact that he invested a lot of gold in useless items. And yeah, bye bye. So killing spree for the jungler, who apparently has 3 kills out of the 8, which is pretty impressive. And he got first blood, so you can see how that works. How he gets pretty far ahead there and is a lot stronger than the enemy jungler. But yeah, it's top lane and mid lane that need to be fed to win their lane. Bottom lane just needs to farm and farm and farm. And once again finding this dude. And the jungler is not here this time, but almost getting the kill there. Actually, yeah, doesn't manage to actually grab the kill. He did have to burn his flash the last time, by the way. But still, it's a good deal. So not taking that damage, obviously, from the barrel if he can avoid it. And he is going bottom lane here. Through the jungle, through enemy jungle, because he knows if there's a ward up, it will be in the river or in a tri-bush, and they are going to pick up 2 kills. Come on, you can do it. No, he cannot do it. Someone has to be able to do it. Come on, yeah, there we go. It's the rampage now for, wow, that Cho'Gath skin is really different. I don't know what it is, but or what it's supposed to be. It looks like a crab, sort of. I don't know. Looks pretty weird. And yes, it is 10-2 now. So the enemy picked up 2 kills, and they grab a dragon here because yeah, this game is just over. I think that this will be a surrender at 20. And if they keep playing this bad, then it may actually end before that. Although nobody's pushing, and that is kind of surprising. I don't think that the bottom tower is actually down. The top tower is definitely still there, and the mid tower is also still there. So yeah, Leona coming in to gank, but not even landing that because, well, Kassadin is very mobile and missing her ultimate completely. That wasn't even close, and now she's going to get owned. No, he doesn't have mana. Wow, he ran out of mana and didn't realize it. Oh, well, I didn't realize it either, but I'm not a pro player. And he definitely is. Oh, man. Yeah, so he did go for that, well, in the right way, but he should have checked his mana. Well, no, not just checked, he should know his mana. I mean, that's what you do. You don't check your mana just before the attack or when you want to use a skill. You should know how much mana you have at any point in the game. And yeah, apparently he forgot to check that, and well, I always, no, I always forget to check it, I wanted to say, but that's not the case. I just normally don't check it. I mean, I'm not the one playing, so I only want to explain, or well, to myself or to you, the plays people make, and sometimes you see people backing off when they shouldn't, and then I watch whether the mana is gone. So if they're out of mana, that kind of explains that. So they get 2 kills in the bottom lane here. Kassadin coming in for a lane gank and actually picking up one of the kills. He still has level 1 boots. He does have an easily large rod though, but yeah, the level 2 boots, if you're going for the sorcerer's shoes, you really need to do that early, because the sorcerer's shoes are the most effective when the enemies don't have any magic resist yet. So, and as soon as they get magic resist, those sorcerer's shoes are not nearly as effective. They're going to get a double kill out of that. No, Gragas is fast enough away, but they could have gotten a double kill out of that. Yeah, so Darius gets sniped in the jungle. Don't know if he was the jungler. I think he was top laner, but yeah, well, whatever. Someone took out the big raid there. So yeah, Nidalee placed a ward there in at the blue buff, and sees the Leona coming, no problem. Yeah, that is a very nice ward spot once the turret falls. So if you lose the turret, then rather if you destroy the turret, then that is the place to ward. And wow, yeah. Just complete dominance here in this game. There's really nothing that the enemy can do. It's yeah, they're just behind on everything. They don't really have anything to do. It's just that every engage they're trying, it doesn't work. So it seems that he is indeed going for that death cap first, because he knows that the level 2 boots are only there now to either snipe the carries or to run away. He doesn't have to run away. He has his rift walk, and sniping carries shouldn't be a problem anyway. So he would rather have that death cap, which is of course very useful against everyone. But the more tanky champions, especially because they're higher level now, they don't really bring anything to the sorcerer shoes don't bring anything against them, and especially someone like Leona. Yeah, once she gets that shield on, his sorcerer shoes are pretty much useless, and that death cap is still pretty useful. So anyway, we're accidentally picking up one of the golems, and then going for this last kill here. This guy should die. He should die pretty easily. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, he was trying to get the kill on Kassadin, but Kassadin was too far away to hit with the initial barrel. So the Q barrel, and then the ultimate did hit him, but yeah, it's not that impressive. So yeah, you saw that he actually stayed away from that fight. That was good. Normally we see people running in range of a fight again when they're really low. And a very nice kill there by Darius. Because, the Sona was overextending, and overextending doesn't mean you're very far ahead, it just means you're too far ahead. So Kassadin coming in here, and he should be able to pick up this second kill. There we go. Yeah, so the first kill was pretty easy, and actually Cho'Gath surviving that, even though he took quite a lot of damage. But they took down the Darius first because he has that huge amount of damage. And well, after that it was pretty easy to kill the second guy, especially because Kassadin came in. So there goes the level 2 boots, giving him a little bit of a little bit of everything. But As I said, not as important on Kassadin to have those level 2 movement speed boots. The spell penetration, yeah, it's still useful against the carries, so I guess you should still buy them. But yeah, you might as well go for something defensive, like the anti-stun shoes, the Mercury Strats. That would be useful as well. I don't know, on this enemy team, yeah, there are some stuns with Leona, and yeah, I guess that's it. There's a slow on Asriel, and yeah, then you have some pop-ups, but against pop-ups they don't help. So getting the blue buff here, and using that rift walk a whole lot to just move around the map, which is excellent. I'm not saying it's not. It is in fact excellent to use it for that, and as long as you have enough mana. But as you can see, he is down to 400 now, so he needs to take care of that. He needs to let that heal up a little bit, and going to use the rift walk once again to get out of here, which is of course what you should do, because at this point, yeah, it doesn't matter how much mana it costs. It becomes more and more expensive, of course, if you use it multiple times. And yeah, what you want to do is just stay clear of the damage. And wow, yeah, almost survived that, but dies to the damage over time from the innate ability, the hemorrhage, which is pretty annoying. And wow, Nidalee actually able to escape there. That was amazing. Did not expect her to be able to do that. And yeah, once again someone dies to that Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is so strong here. And yeah, they are going to pick up the Asriel even. So is that an ace? Yeah, that's an ace. And what are we going to buy? So still has the 3 gold items, and just went for 3 gold items and a death cap early on. And of course boots level 1. You always want boots level 1. Well, you always want it to be your starting item. And yeah, he just went for the death cap straight up, and is now going for something like Crystal Scepter, I think, or I don't know. Depends on how he's feeling. Maybe the Abyssal Scepter. That would be nice. But it depends on what he's feeling like. You have several choices. But really, yeah, the standard thing is to build what he's building now. Well, the death cap, the sorcerer's shoes, and then most of the time the Rod of Ages. So it gets out of the apprehend. It didn't actually go off because he was already gone. And that's a huge group of minions. Wow. Oh, of course, the Void Staff immediately. So that is pretty early. 23 minutes, but not only that, he doesn't really have that much AP yet. 350, but yeah, well. It's not a huge amount. But hey, if you think you need the magic penetration and just look at that damage on Asriel, that is just amazing. And he's going to easily get this kill. It's an assisted kill because Corki did some damage as well. And that is of course what you want out of that. You want those assists on every one of the kills, because, well, assisted kills are just worth a whole lot more than unassisted kills. And it's about team gold, man. The more gold you can get on everyone on your team, the better you will do. Even if a support is fed, it can do, well, they can do a whole lot for the team. And of course every carry and jungler and, well, everyone else can do very well with more gold. The support is really the only one that you might have doubts whether it's effective to get gold on them. But yeah, it is effective if you can get free gold on them, because if they take the kill, of course, yeah, then you take away gold from your carry. That is suboptimal because carries can do more with gold. Wow, that's a huge range on that Rift Walk. Yeah, they nerf flash so many times that I kind of get amazed by like Sejani's jump and this guy's jump, because they are so big compared to the flash. They're like twice as long. And yeah, at this point they could go for Baron. They could also just push in, because there's really not a whole lot they need to have. So Kassadin wants this blue buff, and he gets it, no problem. So yeah, Nidalee has been warding up pretty nicely. I don't know if she has the Wriggle's Lantern, but she's definitely been doing a good job of keeping wards on the map. It seems that even Sona has quite a bit of AP going here. She has that Deathfire Grasp and quite a bit of AP. And yeah, all in all, that is just very good to have. Of course, and that's what happens if your support gets fed. They can even do damage. So double kill for Corki. They still have 3 guys available against 1 on the opponent's team. I don't know. I didn't really see who died. Apparently Gragas is still alive. And in 20 seconds we will see everyone back alive. But this inhibitor should be down by then. Yeah, it is indeed only 1 guy, because otherwise we would see more. Oh, there's the second guy. I think she just came up, but I don't know. Maybe she just didn't die. So yeah, he gave away his blue buff, but Corki probably has it now. And he's going to grab their blue buff. So yeah, the golem pretty easy now. I mean, we're in the late game now, and the golem is pretty much free. Takes a little bit of health still to kill it, but yeah, you can heal that up pretty easily. Later in the game, most champions get more health regen. Wow, that was a lot of damage. But he might actually lose. Yeah, he loses 4 out of the 6 minions. Well, it's 4 out of 7, I guess. Because he did that, and yeah, now they're still sent in his direction. So that's pretty cute. He still gets them. So Kassadin here, he sees that the entire enemy team is coming up. But they did get the Baron, and that's the only important thing. Wow. Just wow. Seems that the enemy team is happy to fight, but not on the terms of our blue team here. So they want to pick their own fights, and yeah, here you see what happens if you just run away at the right moment. They completely dominate this enemy team. And the only one dying is Kassadin. Yeah, Kassadin has been dying quite a lot. Not really impressed by that. 9 and 4. But yeah, well, the rest of the team stays alive, so I guess he is drawing out quite a bit of fire from this enemy team. And yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. Sometimes you just die. So that's it. An easy win for them. I don't know how long this took, but not very long. 29 minutes. That's still a lot longer than I expected. We will see that in a moment. Again, I think the chat said 29 minutes. Yeah, 29:11. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.